Hi, my name is Sahar Barsai. I'm 21 years old. I am a junior at Rutgers University studying political science and international and global studies. I think I've always had a passion for journalism from a very young age. I always enjoyed writing, speaking to people, interviewing people. I think I was the only fifth grader I knew who every single day, ran from school to home to watch Oprah every day at 4 p.m. And I was just completely enthralled by her. Like, she was my icon. But as I got older, I think for whatever reason, I thought maybe journalism, this career path, wouldn't really be realistic to me. But then suddenly, when I came into college, I kind of had this renewed love for journalism and reporting and television broadcasting again. So, in a way, life kind of brought me back full circle. I'm from California originally, so every summer I'd go back to California from New Jersey. And I remember there was like this newlywed couple. They were probably only like 25, and I was probably only 11 at the time. And I started asking them how they met, when they got married, why they decided to get married, if they think they're going to have kids, like how they're balancing out their personal lives and, their careers. And I think they were really nice about it. They answered all my questions. So, they didn't tell me to go away or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know what. There was just something inside of me that loved speaking to people. And I think one thing that's really important about journalism is I think it's the only career that really allows someone to step into the shoes of another person. And that way, I really think that it can go beyond racial and religious lines. And it really allows me to humanize the people that I interview and the people that I talk to. I think because of the rising Islamophobia that I saw in the media, I think that was really the motivating factor that encouraged me to pick this up again. I'm a political science major, but I also love to write and I also like to speak to people. So I just kind of decided to put together the two best things that I know. And as a Muslim American, I saw the stereotypes, the narratives that were written for us by other people, by non-Muslims. And I wanted to kind of fight back against that because, I know my community and I know myself. So I think that I decided to really pursue journalism for that reason. I think that television and social media is one of the most powerful media platforms that we have. And I think in any way that we can take back our narratives and like really stand up for equal rights and our beliefs is by countering that narrative in those same platforms. So I hope that my career path in any way can help assist in that pursuit. Turn on any mainstream news network, look at any social media channel, look at any newspaper, and you'll see Muslim Americans in the media. But the sad thing about that is that Muslim Americans aren't there to talk about themselves or to talk about their own community. And I think that there should be Muslims, especially Muslim women, there to change the narrative. And we already have so many inspiring journalists who are doing things like that. One of my favorite Muslim journalists has to be Mehdi Hassan. He is a British journalist, but he, fights against Islamophobia and bigotry and anti-Semitism throughout his journalism. So I'm definitely inspired by his work. But I'm also really, really inspired by Oprah. She has been an inspirational figurehead in my life, from a very young age. I think sometimes we forget how important, like, the visual message is, especially for children. And she definitely taught me that there can be colored people on television, in the media, standing up for themselves and sharing stories. So, Oprah, if you're listening, you should give me a show. I've always really had a passion for public service and for helping underprivileged communities and underprivileged people. So I do have my own nonprofit called Global Allies, and it basically provides educational resources to refugee children in poverty-stricken countries or countries with a high refugee influx. So I've always really had a passion for public service, but I think especially with journalism is that I'm really open speaking to anybody and hearing anybody's stories. Everyone has a story and everyone has a reason as to, why they're here. I would hope to influence other people by urging them to ask as many questions as they can and to keep people accountable. That's what the media, that's what journalism and reporting is here to do. It's to ask the hard questions, and sometimes it's to make people uncomfortable, but it's to reveal the truth. And journalism is that one avenue that actually highlights the issues to begin with. You know, we have politicians and lawyers and activists and lobbyists to, like, you know, try to solve the issues, but journalism is that one profession that first highlights the issue, that lets people know that this issue is going on and this crisis is occurring here or in this part of the world. So I would encourage other journalists to, if this is what you know you want to do, then do it. Oprah always says to, like, find your aha moment, and I've definitely found mine, so thank you, Oprah, for that.